What's up guys, it's Phil, and if you're wondering what that noise is, it's time for another update, this time with air conditioning. Alright, so let me shut this thing off, hold on. So if you saw my previous update, then you saw that at the beginning of this week I got a roof, or a ceiling, keep mixing those two. I got a new ceiling installed in my shop, which is awesome because now it's fully insulated, and it could not have come at a better time because literally in Tennessee it's like a switch goes off at the weekend or the week surrounding July 4th. And the humidity goes up to 140% and the heat stays in like the mid-90s almost all the time. So I'm having Florida flashbacks now, except the good news is it feels like this in January back there. I'm super excited to have air conditioning in my shop now because that's something that I've wanted for the past couple of years, and so for the first time ever, I actually have an air-conditioned shop. So it's 90-something degrees outside right now. It is 74 degrees in the main room and 70 degrees in the finish room. It's too cold in there, but I haven't dialed in that new air conditioner yet because it's a lot more powerful than my old one was apparently. So this update's going to span a little bit more time, which I feel you guys might appreciate because that means that it's going to be less boring, hopefully. I have multiple projects that need to be done, and done like now. I got a built-in a couple of weekends ago that they wanted to put a rush order on. They want to get it done as soon as possible. And then I've got another outdoor equipment, children's play set thing. It's really basic, but again, they wanted it done really quickly. And all of that is running up against what I consider my Thanksgiving push, which really I typically kind of soft open on the 4th of July. I actually just put a post on my Instagram about oversized dining tables. And then starting late July, I start really pushing hard with some discounts and stuff for people that will let me build their table and deliver it early, so that then I have a good chunk to do the actual normal regular dining tables for everybody else. I'm also going to try to do some batch processing and get a bunch of parts and pieces like tabletops and legs pre-made if I can fit it in my schedule. And the reason I want to do that is because I had about 5 customers last year that came to me like, I need a table now, today, what have you got? And I was like, nothing. I've been doing custom dining tables for 3 months. I have nothing in my shop that you can just come and buy. So that being said, I already have one dining table ready to go, and then I'm going to be working on some other dining tables in the meantime. I do have a repair of a dining table that I need to go do, and it is so far away that I'm just going to make the dining table top, go switch it out for the top that needs to be repaired, bring the top that's repaired back and slap on some new legs and sell it to somebody else. That way I don't have to make 2 hour-and-a-half trips twice to go get and do this table. So with that being said, I'm gonna get to work. Let's check out the chalkboard so we can start ticking these things off. Alright, so this is my chalkboard, or my short list. I've got a bunch of order forms here that are handwritten, and then this is stuff that I'm currently working on. So, this is everything I just described. So I've got the table and chairs, I've got the breakfast tabletop that's actually in the other room ready to be delivered on Monday. I'm going to be building another table, and this is a Pottery Barn style table, so I'm kind of doing some tavern legs on that one. I've got an island base to build, which is going to be a pretty cool project, and then I have a living room set, which is a sliding barn door, coffee table, 2 side tables. That's neat, and then the built-in that I was just talking about, and eventually the fort, but we'll get to that in a minute. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I've got these chairs that need to be assembled, stained, and polyurethane, and then that whole set is going to be ready to go. I'm really hoping to try and deliver it tomorrow, if not this weekend, so I've got to get as far as I can on this today, and then get with the customer and see about delivering it tomorrow afternoon. Wow, it has been a long day, but cool. I got all this stuff done. Got some chairs built, stained, polyed. Got the bar made for the bar. The bar for the bar. I'm talking about the bar for the bar. And the bar is done. The table is done. New polyurethane on both of those. All the bar stools are done. This little table is finished up for a completely different client. and I am pooped. In all seriousness though, it is 5 o'clock. I'm waiting to hear back from the client if I'm going to be able to deliver all of these pieces tomorrow. And in the meantime, I actually need to clean out my trailer, which I just realized now at 5 o'clock. So either this afternoon or tomorrow morning, I'm going to be cleaning out all of those slabs that I went and picked up last week. So that's going to be a fun job to do by myself, but do what you gotta do. Alright, so I am super excited about this project. I just had a client drop this off. This is a beautiful painting that was done by the client's daughter. It's some koi and it's on plywood. It's actually got a pretty nice 2x4 and 1x2 backing or 2x2 backing to it. So it should actually be pretty good for this project. What she wants to do is she wants me to convert this painting into a coffee table. So step one is going to be coating this painting in an acrylic finish, which is going to harden rock hard and be absolutely beautiful for this project. So I think that's going to be really, really, really nice. But to do that, I need to get the other stuff out of my finish room and into the trailer. So I'm going to go ahead and move all that stuff in there, get it secured, and then start work on this before I go make my delivery. Alright, Monday morning, 9 a.m. Delivery number 1 is already done. Stupid me, I forgot to record actually doing the install again, which I always forget to do because I'm just ridiculous. So, yeah, super awesome content provider I am, not actually recording the content that I'm supposed to be providing. But anyway, so I got that done. It is a new week and I've got a lot of crap to catch up with. The projects that I'm currently working on, I don't have the parts for yet. I'm still waiting on the table legs for the kitchen island. And another project that I was going to be working on this week, the client doesn't actually need me to deliver it until like the end of the month. So I'm a little confused as to what I'm gonna do and how I'm going to make any money or make any progress this week, but I'll have to get that figured out. So I'm gonna get back to the shop right now and go ahead and get going on something. Right out the gate, I realized that I still don't have the table legs for the island base or the other table that I was going to build. But again, I have clients who, some of them are telling me, oh, well, let's just do it later, let's just do it later. Others are like calling and texting daily like, when are you starting, when are you starting? That's really annoying because I have a set schedule in my mind of when I was going to do these projects, and people who are already done don't want them delivered yet. People who I haven't even started yet already want them delivered. So I'm trying to figure all of that out, and in the meantime, I'm just going to get as many projects done as I can. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and switch up my schedule a little bit. I do have a king bed that somebody dropped off, or a queen bed, I'm not sure. Anyway, I've got a bed headboard that somebody dropped off. They want a little farmhouse style frame to match that. So I'm going to be making that and staining it cherry so that it looks pretty similar. Just a cheap and easy project. And then I've also got a full living room set. 2 side tables, a coffee table, and a sliding door entertainment center to work on now. That is not necessarily going to be something I do today, but I am going to start processing the wood for the tops of all of those pieces because they're all going to be matched cedar from the barn that I've got in pieces in my corral over here. I'm going to get started on that and knock through those things first, starting with the wood over here, and then I'm going to go and pick up some lumber to do the bed frame and get those things going, and then hopefully in the next couple of days my table legs will be here. Got everything ready to go for paint. I got my compressor out, I got the paint out, I got the water ready, and I was literally going to go outside and start painting when the humidity shot up and it started, as you can hear, sunshine raining. So it is bright and sunny outside and it is pouring rain. So I ran out there and very quickly moved the bed frame underneath my corral so that it was safe from the rain. But that means that I'm going to get no sanding done this evening, no painting done this evening, and I have 45 minutes till the end of my day. So I'm going to turn a bottle stopper and go inside and start editing videos because there's nothing else I can do. It's literally just pouring rain in the sunshine. Alright, so I am getting ready to leave to go get some wood milled. I've got some side tables that I need to make out of these oak cookies that a customer brought me from their farm, and I need to have those cut down, but I do not have the ability to do that without like a router sled, and it would be I can do it, but it would take forever. So, I met this guy online. His name is Tad. You can check out his Instagram at tn_tree, I believe. I'm going to put it right up here. But definitely check him out. He does some really cool slabs and he processes wood and stuff like that. Just found out he doesn't live that far from me, so I'm going to take these oak cookies down there. I'm also going to take my old Japanese plum tree down there and some birch logs and see if I can have those processed, because I want to get the birch logs ready for the Christmas push, so I want to get those cut down, let them be drying. And then the Japanese plum, I've just wanted to cut at least a couple of boards out of it and make some really pretty stuff. So I'm going to see if he can do that for me, and we'll go from there. I've also never actually seen a sawmill run in person, so I think this should be pretty cool. All right. So I just made another delivery. I got the kitchen island. I know what you're thinking. Man, there was not a top on that. You are correct. The client is providing her own top. She's getting a nice white granite top, so hopefully I'll get some photos on that. You can see it on my Instagram when she finally gets that. But that turned out awesome. I really love that project, and I cannot wait to do more kitchen islands like that, just because that was so cool. That thing turned out really, really nice. So yeah, I've got another client coming to pick up the bed frame that I was working on earlier, and that is going to wrap up my week. So in the meantime, I'm going to run up to downtown Franklin and drop off a skateboard and some pins and call it a Friday. It's Monday, week 3, and I am almost done with my schedule. The coolest thing is that I've got a lot done so far. I made a lot of deliveries last week, and I am on track to be doing those built-ins by the middle to the end of this week, which is actually ahead of schedule. I wasn't planning on doing them until next week, so fingers crossed I can actually get something started. But I did start a new table today. I've got a pedestal table I'm going to be working on. I've got 2 tables back behind me. I've got one that is a large table with 2 extensions, and then I've also got a regular table that's just the top. It's a replacement that I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to talk about that in a future video as far as what I did and what I have to do when a tabletop does actually structurally fail. Kind of embarrassing, but we'll deal with that later. The one thing that does stink about this week is that I did have a client who I just finished the side tables for. They're these big, nice tree cookies that they brought me from their farm here in Tennessee. I put some hairpin legs on it and filled them with epoxy. They look super, super awesome. I messaged him to see if he could come pick them up, and he told me he's going to be in South Carolina for the next 2 weeks. So I'm not getting paid on that project for another 2 weeks. Which is not good because that was around $800 that I was planning on having in my pocket, and I will not have that now. So I'm now going to be storing those without charging him a storage fee, which I normally do if my clients can't take delivery, because I didn't expressly say that up front. So I will now be covering and storing these pieces for free and not getting paid on them for the next 2 weeks. So I'm rocking and rolling. So we're going to go ahead and finish up for the day today, and then I'm going to come back out tomorrow and get the rest of this stuff worked on and done, and hopefully get started on those built-ins later this week. pretty cool. I wanted to tell you about this real quick. I did not build this, but I do know a guy here in Tennessee. He owns a moving company, and anytime that they break something or scratch the floors or just have some damage on some furniture, if it's something that's not going to be astronomically expensive, he doesn't want to claim it on his insurance and have to pay his deductible, which makes a lot of sense. If you damage a table that's worth $200, you know, and costs $100 to fix, you're not going to pay $500 and claim it on your insurance. Especially because they're just going to laugh at you and say it doesn't meet your deductible, pay for it. So, long story short, he brings me a lot of this wooden stuff to repair. Now this thing, when I got it, was in 8 pieces. So that's why I like it, that's why it's so, you know, cool for me, is it literally took me like the course of 2 evenings, maybe a couple hours total of work. But not even, it really wasn't that hard of a project to do. I got it all put back together, I got everything shaved down and cleaned up. There was really no exterior damage that I couldn't fix with a little bit of wood stain, which is nice, because you can't tell now that this thing was completely smirched when it was brought to me. So I like it, I think it's cool. I'm not keeping it, obviously. What it is I just made a quick $200, which is cool, because every little bit helps sometimes when you're running a business. This piece has turned out awesome. So I've got custom 18-inch legs on it. These legs are made from solid poplar, tapered at about a 1 to 2 degree angle. Nice acrylic finish over top of the painting. It's not the smoothest, but the painting itself wasn't the smoothest to begin with, so the customer said she doesn't really care. It's going to be an outdoor table, and so she's perfectly fine with it as long as it's glossy and hard and waterproof, which it is. It's painted both sides so that it's got protection from the elements and humidity. And I think her daughter is going to love it because it is her daughter's painting. So.
with that, I am done. I've got all of my little deliveries and smaller projects like that round dining table finished up,
and I have nothing else to do right now except for a bunch of built-ins, just one after the other after the other. I purposely set it up this way because I'm going to try out a new scheduling experiment, which I'll tell you about in the next video, and we'll kind of go from there. So I am happy to have everything done, and with that, I've really got to get to work, so I'm just gonna go. So if you like these videos, you want to see more behind the scenes stuff, definitely comment down below. Let me know what you want to see. I'm making these videos because I want to show you guys what it's like to be a full-time woodworker, and I'm just gonna keep making boring content unless you tell me exactly what you want to see. So let me know what you guys want to see. Make sure to smash that like button and subscribe if you already haven't, and also hit the little bell, turn on those notifications. That's really, really, really important, because if not, you won't know when I'm posting new videos. I've got a lot of new DIY videos that are in the works right now, but I've got to get these built-ins done first, because without money, I don't have this channel anymore. And I'm gonna have to go back to an office job.